If you're looking for natural ways to maintain your oral health as you age, an approach used by traditional healers for centuries might interest you. Before modern toothpastes, people used various natural ingredients to support oral health. Some researchers believe these ancient practices might have potential benefits, especially for older adults. Research shows that approximately 70% of adults over 65 experience some form of oral health challenge, from receding gums to increased sensitivity and dry mouth. These oral health issues have become so common that many consider them an inevitable part of aging. Yet in certain traditional cultures known for their overall health into advanced age, many seniors maintain strong teeth and healthy gums well into their later years. What's particularly interesting is that many of these cultures share a common approach to oral care, using simple, natural ingredients instead of commercial toothpastes. If you're experiencing oral health challenges, please type teeth in the comments. You might be surprised to see how many people share similar concerns. One particular natural alternative has gained attention from researchers who study traditional approaches to oral health. This simple formula, which involves ingredients commonly found in most kitchens, appears to be associated with healthy gums, reduced sensitivity, and fresh breath in several observational studies of traditional communities. When dental researchers first began investigating this natural approach, many were skeptical that something so simple could potentially support oral health. However, as evidence accumulates, the mechanisms behind this traditional practice are beginning to align with our modern understanding of oral health. I'm Dr. Rachel Thompson, and for over 25 years, I've studied traditional wellness practices from around the world. Today I'll share an alternative to commercial toothpaste that appears in multiple healing traditions across different continents. A practice that might help support oral health, particularly for older adults experiencing age-related changes in their mouths. Before we explore this natural alternative, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Each week, we share evidence-based approaches to healthy aging focused on practical, accessible strategies. If you're interested in natural ways to potentially support your oral health, you won't want to miss our upcoming videos. This natural tooth cleaning approach is fascinating not just for its simplicity, but for how consistently it appears in healing traditions from vastly different cultures, from ancient Ayurvedic practices to traditional European folk medicine to indigenous care systems in the Americas. When the same solution emerges independently across diverse cultures, it often suggests there may be genuine benefits underlying the practice. Let's begin by understanding why oral health tends to face new challenges as we age. With advancing years, several changes commonly occur in the mouth. Gums may naturally recede, exposing more sensitive areas of the teeth. Saliva production often decreases, reducing the mouth's natural cleaning and protective mechanisms. The enamel on our teeth gradually thins, and the dentin underneath becomes more sensitive to temperature and certain foods. These age-related changes can create a perfect storm of oral health challenges. The reduced saliva flow that many seniors experience due to medication side effects or natural aging processes means less natural washing away of food particles and bacteria. This decrease in what dentists call oral clearance can lead to increased plaque formation and potentially more irritation to sensitive gum tissues. Additionally, as our gums recede with age, the roots of our teeth may become exposed. Unlike the crown of the tooth, which is protected by hard enamel, the root surface is covered by cementum, a substance that's significantly softer and more vulnerable to wear and decay. This exposure can lead to increased sensitivity and greater risk for root cavities, which are particularly common in older adults. Commercial toothpastes are designed primarily for cleaning and preventing cavities, which they generally do effectively. However, some ingredients in conventional toothpastes may potentially cause irritation for seniors with sensitive gums or dry mouth conditions. Strong flavoring agents, foaming detergents like sodium lauryl sulfate, and abrasive cleaning agents can sometimes exacerbate sensitivity or dryness. Many commercial toothpastes also contain relatively high levels of abrasives to help remove stains and plaque. While these abrasives are generally safe for healthy enamel, they may potentially be too harsh for the exposed root surfaces and thinning enamel that many seniors experience. This creates a situation where the very products designed to protect oral health might sometimes contribute to discomfort or wear in aging mouths. The natural alternative I'm about to share has been observed in various traditional cultures, with slight variations in formulation. What's consistent across these traditions is the use of gentle, naturally antimicrobial ingredients that clean the teeth while potentially supporting gum health and addressing sensitivity. The basic natural tooth cleaning formula. The foundation of this traditional approach involves baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, which provides gentle abrasion to help remove plaque and surface stains without potentially damaging enamel. Traditional healers typically recommend using approximately 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda as the base for this natural tooth cleaner. Baking soda ranks relatively low on the RDA, relative dentin abrasivity, scale, which dentists use to measure how abrasive a substance is to tooth structure. This gentle abrasiveness makes it particularly suitable for older adults who may have more exposed dentin and root surfaces. Despite its mild nature, studies suggest baking soda is effective at disrupting plaque biofilms, the sticky bacterial colonies that form on teeth and can lead to decay and gum inflammation. Baking soda also helps neutralize acids in the mouth, which may be particularly beneficial for older adults who experience decreased saliva production. Saliva naturally helps neutralize acids, so this acid buffering property might help compensate for reduced saliva flow. By maintaining a more neutral pH in the mouth, this ingredient may help create an environment less favorable to the bacteria associated with decay and gum disease. The second key ingredient added to this traditional formula is coconut oil, typically about 1/4 teaspoon mixed with the baking soda to form a paste. In traditional healing systems, coconut oil is believed to help reduce harmful bacteria in the mouth while providing a smooth, pleasant texture to the mixture. Coconut oil contains lauric acid, a medium-chain fatty acid that has been studied for its antimicrobial properties. Some research suggests that lauric acid may be effective against certain oral bacteria associated with plaque formation and gum inflammation. While more clinical studies are needed, preliminary research on oil pulling, swishing oil in the mouth, shows promising results for reducing plaque and supporting gum health. Beyond its potential antimicrobial benefits, coconut oil also helps create a smoother texture that makes the baking soda less abrasive and more pleasant to use. This improved texture may help ensure that users maintain proper brushing technique without applying excessive pressure that could damage sensitive tissues. Finally, various healing traditions incorporate antimicrobial and freshening elements into the mixture. The most consistently recommended addition is a small amount of ground cinnamon, or a drop of cinnamon essential oil, properly diluted. Cinnamon has been studied for its potential antimicrobial properties and its ability to help freshen breath naturally. Cinnamon contains compounds like cinnamaldehyde that have demonstrated antimicrobial activity against certain oral bacteria in laboratory studies. Beyond its potential health benefits, cinnamon also adds a pleasant flavor that many people find refreshing without the intense sweetness or artificial taste of commercial toothpastes. This natural flavoring may be particularly appreciated by seniors who find that strong mint flavors can sometimes feel harsh or irritating. It's worth noting that essential oils should always be used with caution, properly diluted, and avoided by those with sensitivities. If you prefer not to use essential oils or have sensitivities, the mixture may still provide benefits without this component. Some traditional variations also include a small amount of fine sea salt, which may help reduce inflammation and provide additional gentle abrasion. If included, salt would typically comprise about 1/8 teaspoon of the mixture. The trace minerals in natural sea salt are believed by some traditional healing systems to support overall oral tissue health, though more research is needed in this area. Margaret, a 76-year-old who had struggled with sensitive gums and teeth for years, incorporated this natural tooth cleaning approach into her routine. My gums had been receding, and I found that commercial toothpastes, even the sensitive formulas, often left my mouth feeling irritated, she explains. After switching to this natural alternative for about 3 weeks, I noticed my gums seemed less inflamed and my sensitivity had decreased. My mouth also feels cleaner for longer periods throughout the day. What surprised Margaret most was how this simple approach seemed to help with her dry mouth issues. I've been taking medications that reduce saliva flow, which my dentist told me could affect my oral health. Since using this natural mixture, my mouth feels more comfortable and less dry throughout the day. I didn't expect that benefit, but it's been a welcome change. Margaret also noted an unexpected psychological benefit. There's something satisfying about mixing my own tooth cleaning formula from simple, recognizable ingredients. I know exactly what's in it, and that gives me a sense of control over my health that I appreciate at this stage of life. The application process. Using this natural tooth cleaning alternative involves a slightly different approach than using commercial toothpaste. Traditional healers emphasize the importance of gentle application and proper technique to maximize benefits while avoiding potential irritation. Begin by gathering your supplies: baking soda, coconut oil, ground cinnamon, or diluted cinnamon essential oil, a small mixing container, and a soft bristled toothbrush. It's particularly important for older adults to use a soft bristled brush to avoid damaging sensitive gums or exposed root surfaces. In your mixing container, combine approximately 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda with 1/4 teaspoon of coconut oil. If coconut oil is solid at room temperature, you may need to soften it slightly first. Add a small pinch of ground cinnamon, about 1/8 teaspoon, or a properly diluted drop of cinnamon essential oil, and mix until you have a smooth paste. The consistency should be similar to conventional toothpaste, though perhaps slightly grainier. If the mixture seems too dry, you can add a tiny bit more coconut oil. If it seems too wet, a little more baking soda will help achieve the right consistency. The ideal texture spreads easily on the toothbrush, but doesn't immediately melt or run off. Dampen your toothbrush with water, then apply a small amount of the mixture to the bristles. Traditional wisdom suggests using less of this mixture than you would commercial toothpaste. About half the amount is typically sufficient. This smaller quantity helps ensure you're not over-applying the abrasive components while still getting effective cleaning. When brushing, use gentle, circular motions rather than aggressive back-and-forth scrubbing. Pay special attention to the gum line, where plaque tends to accumulate. Brush for approximately 2 minutes, just as you would with regular toothpaste. Many traditional practitioners suggest focusing on one section of the mouth at a time, ensuring thorough but gentle cleaning throughout. The pressure applied during brushing is particularly important when using this natural alternative. Use just enough pressure to feel the bristles against your gums without causing any discomfort. A helpful technique is to hold your toothbrush with just your fingertips rather than a full-handed grip, which naturally limits the amount of pressure you can apply. After brushing, rinse thoroughly with water. Some traditional approaches recommend a final rinse with a mild saltwater solution, 1/4 teaspoon salt dissolved in a cup of warm water, which may help reduce bacteria and soothe gum tissue. This salt rinse can be particularly beneficial for older adults with mild gum inflammation or irritation. William, a 79-year-old with receding gums and root sensitivity, found this natural approach particularly helpful. My dentist had warned me that my aggressive brushing with regular toothpaste might be contributing to my gum recession, he shares. Since switching to this gentler alternative and changing my brushing technique, my last dental checkup showed less progression of the recession, and my teeth don't react as painfully to cold foods anymore. What William found most valuable was how this approach made him more mindful of his oral care routine. I used to rush through brushing, but the different texture and process of this natural mixture has made me slow down and pay more attention to how I'm cleaning my teeth. My dentist noticed the difference in my plaque levels at my last visit. William also appreciated the economic aspect of this approach. I've calculated that I'm spending about a quarter of what I used to on commercial toothpaste. At this stage of life when I'm on a fixed income, that's not insignificant, especially for something I use every day. Does this natural tooth cleaning alternative sound like something you might try in your oral care routine? Would you like to hear about other traditional approaches to oral health? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. While this basic formula provides a good starting point, traditional healers often recommend variations for specific oral health concerns that commonly affect older adults. These targeted modifications might be worth considering depending on your particular situation. Variations for specific concerns. For those experiencing significant dry mouth, Traditional healing systems often suggest adding a small amount of vegetable glycerin to the mixture. Glycerin is a natural humectant that helps retain moisture. Adding approximately 1/8 teaspoon to the basic formula may help provide longer-lasting moisture in the mouth. The dry mouth variation can be particularly beneficial for those taking medications that reduce saliva flow, a common issue for many seniors. Reduced saliva increases risk for cavities and other oral health problems, so addressing dry mouth is an important aspect of oral care for many older adults. Some traditional approaches also suggest adding a drop of myrrh essential oil, properly diluted, to the dry mouth variation. Myrrh has been used historically for oral health and may help support gum tissue. As with all essential oils, proper dilution is crucial, and those with sensitivities should avoid this addition. For those with particularly sensitive teeth, some traditional approaches recommend incorporating a small amount of clove powder or highly diluted clove oil into the mixture. Clove contains eugenol, a compound that has been studied for its potential to temporarily reduce dental pain and sensitivity. Eugenol has been used in conventional dentistry for many years as a temporary pain reliever. While the concentration in this home mixture would be much lower than professional dental applications, some users report a mild numbing effect that helps reduce sensitivity during and after brushing. It's important to note that clove oil is potent and should be used very sparingly and in properly diluted form. A single drop thoroughly mixed into the entire batch of cleaning mixture is typically sufficient. Those with known sensitivities should avoid this addition. For individuals concerned about staining or yellowing of the teeth, traditional wisdom suggests occasionally adding a small amount of activated charcoal to the basic formula. Once or twice a week, adding approximately 1/8 teaspoon of food-grade activated charcoal may help gradually reduce surface stains without harsh abrasives that could damage thinning enamel. Activated charcoal works through adsorption, a process where compounds bind to its surface. This property may help it bind to and remove some surface stains from coffee, tea, or other foods. It's important to use this variation only occasionally, as charcoal can be more abrasive than the basic formula. James, a 74-year-old coffee drinker, who had noticed increasing yellowing of his teeth, tried the activated charcoal variation. I was skeptical that something natural could help with the staining, but after using the charcoal-enhanced mixture twice a week for about a month, I definitely noticed my teeth looked brighter. What I appreciated most was that I didn't experience the sensitivity that whitening toothpastes usually caused me. James was particularly impressed with how this natural approach helped him maintain his coffee habit without feeling guilty. I've been told for years to give up coffee because of the staining, but it's one of my daily pleasures. Having a way to address the staining without harsh chemicals has been a real quality of life improvement for me. The physiological mechanisms behind these traditional practices are still being studied, but several potential factors may contribute to their effects. The gentle abrasiveness of baking soda appears to effectively remove plaque without damaging enamel. The antimicrobial properties of ingredients like coconut oil and cinnamon may help manage the oral microbiome, potentially supporting gum health. Additionally, this natural approach avoids potentially irritating ingredients found in some commercial toothpastes, which may be particularly beneficial for the more sensitive tissues of aging mouths. The simplicity of the formula means fewer chemical interactions and fewer potential irritants. Now, I want to share what might be the most important factor for success with this natural oral care approach, something that traditional healers consistently emphasize. The key factor appears to be consistency and proper technique. In traditional healing systems, this approach isn't used occasionally but as a regular practice, typically performed at least once daily. The potential benefits develop over time with regular use and proper application. Many traditional healers suggest that the benefits of this approach are cumulative rather than immediate. While you might notice some improvements in comfort or freshness right away, the more significant potential benefits for gum health and sensitivity may take several weeks of consistent use to develop. It's worth noting that this natural alternative can be used alongside conventional dental care. Many people find that alternating between this natural approach and regular toothpaste, or using the natural mixture for one brushing session per day, works well for them. As always, regular dental checkups remain an important part of comprehensive oral health care. Elizabeth, an 83-year-old who incorporated this natural approach into her daily routine, noted how it seemed to influence her overall oral health. I've been using this mixture for my morning brushing and regular toothpaste in the evening for about 6 months now. My dentist commented at my last checkup that my gum health had improved, and I've noticed less sensitivity and better breath throughout the day. Elizabeth also found unexpected benefits beyond oral health. Making this mixture has become part of my morning ritual, something I look forward to. At my age, having these little self-care practices feels important for my overall well-being, not just my teeth. There's something grounding about using simple ingredients that people have relied on for generations. For those who want to try this natural tooth cleaning alternative, I recommend starting with a small batch to see how it works for you. Prepare just enough for 2 to 3 days of use, storing it in a small, covered container at room temperature. This ensures the mixture stays fresh and effective. If you find the texture or taste unusual at first, remember that it often takes time to adjust to natural alternatives after years of using heavily flavored commercial products. Many people report that after a week or two, they come to prefer the milder, more natural experience. Some find it helpful to introduce this natural approach gradually. You might start by using it once every few days, then increase to once daily, and eventually to twice daily if desired. This gradual transition gives your mouth time to adjust to the different taste and texture, while allowing you to observe how your particular oral environment responds to the change. Remember that while this practice is generally gentle and safe for most people, it's always wise to consult with your dental healthcare provider before making changes to your oral care routine, especially if you have existing dental health conditions or concerns. Your dentist can provide personalized advice based on your specific oral health situation. Let's summarize the traditional natural tooth cleaning alternative that may help support oral health for seniors. Combine approximately 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon coconut oil, and a small pinch of ground cinnamon to form a paste. Use a soft bristled toothbrush and gentle, circular motions to clean the teeth and gum line for about 2 minutes. Rinse thoroughly with water, followed by an optional mild salt water rinse. Consider variations for specific concerns like dry mouth, sensitivity, or staining. Maintain regular dental checkups and professional cleanings as part of your complete oral health care routine. This simple approach, when performed consistently with proper technique, appears to be associated with healthy gums, reduced sensitivity, and fresh breath in traditional communities. While no single practice can guarantee perfect oral health, this natural alternative represents a gentle approach to potentially supporting your mouth's well-being as you age. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity and accessibility. It uses readily available ingredients, requires minimal preparation, and can be adapted to various individual needs and preferences. If you found this information valuable, please consider sharing this video with friends and family who might benefit. Many people struggle with oral health challenges as they age, unaware that traditional practices like this natural tooth cleaning alternative might offer support. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based approaches to healthy aging, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Each week, we explore different aspects of well-being for older adults, always focused on practical, accessible strategies. And please leave a comment below sharing your own experiences with oral health, or any questions you might have about this natural approach. I read every comment and value your input. Your feedback helps guide the topics we address in future videos. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you vibrant health and comfortable smiles in the years ahead. Until next time, take good care of yourself.